I want you guys to look at where I'm at right now. I'm in the Himalayan mountains. Okay, like, be for real right now. Do you guys see this? Creating a life of fulfillment. What is fulfillment to you? How do you find fulfillment? Everything fulfillment, we're gonna talk about it. Why do you want certain things in life? Why do you crave the things that you want? Is it because you saw it on the internet? Is it because you think it'll bring you happiness? It might, but will it bring you fulfillment? Will it bring you long-term happiness? Do you feel called to live it? Do you feel called to do those things? I see this happening a lot in society where people will reach a point in life where they felt like they had to achieve in order to find fulfillment and happiness, and it's not there. They realize that throughout this entire journey, it's been the same. Even when they've reached that peak, they are unhappy, or they're not like fulfilled. They don't feel that like soul connection with the world. They don't feel that purpose. And it is probably because they lived their life in means of validation, following what someone else was telling them to do, or never really like taking a moment to reflect and understand themselves. I'm also going to be reading off of my laptop right now because I wrote this all out. In the digital age we live in, we are easily led astray from our own purposes because we are exposed to so many different lives on a daily basis. This is not good, nor is it healthy, nor is it normal for the human brain. It's very new to us. The internet and all of this has only been around for such a fraction of humanity. All of this stimuli is confusing us and is leading to a rise in depression and anxiety, especially within young adults. The brain is simply not equipped to handle all of the stimuli that it's getting nowadays. People hop online and they see these lives that other people are living. They see them being happy. They see this and that, and they're like, oh my God, these people are happy. Is that how you find happiness? By living a life like this? Okay, maybe I will go do that for myself. And then they go do those things and it's not working out, and they're like, maybe I just need more. Maybe I just need this. Maybe I just need that. No. It doesn't work like that. The truth is, unless it comes from within you, it will not fulfill you. If you are looking for yourself through the internet and what other people are doing for your lives, you will never figure it out. If you are stuck constantly absorbing other people's lives or what other people are doing, you will never figure out what you are truly meant to do and what your purpose in life is and what fulfills you. The only way to do so is through introspection. Getting to know who you are outside of all of that noise. That is the route towards true fulfillment. True fulfillment is achieved through looking within, understanding who you are, the skills you are gifted with, and your purpose on this planet. True fulfillment is holistic, taking into account the whole you, the bigger picture of everything that you are. Of course, thinking about the details, those are very important, and I'll get into that, but try to see yourself from a bigger picture. It's not just about making money or going to the gym or buying fancy things or who you know or this or that. It is everything that is within you. It is mental, spiritual, social, physical, intellectual, and emotional health. It is about what makes you happy, what gives you purpose, what fills you with fulfillment and energy to live life. True fulfillment is aligning yourself with what provides you with the feeling of abundance. It is about nourishing the soul. If your entire life is dedicated to work, personal development, you will not be nourishing your soul. You're only going to be draining it. I'm going to tell you guys about an exercise that I do that seriously has transformed my life. It's kind of like a form of meditation that I do to help me connect with myself and just zero out all of that noise and stimuli. You can do this anywhere, anytime, for seconds, for hours, whatever it is that you need. And it is so simple. It's so ridiculous. A lot of you probably already do this and you're like, Isha, I've been on that. I'm like, okay, all right, girl, you go off, girl. You did that. So here's what I want you to do. You're gonna breathe in heavy, like take that air all into your body, okay? Get it all in, okay? You're gonna breathe in and then you're gonna let it all out, like you're gonna close your eyes and then you're gonna erase the entire existence of the internet. Yes, act like it doesn't exist, okay? Act like everything that you see on the internet, everyone that is on the internet is not real. And then I want you to open your eyes. Look at what is in front of you. That is reality. Everything else is an illusion. Whatever is in front of you is real. And everything else is not. It's that simple. When you do this, do not separate yourself from like your goals and things that like, obviously you haven't seen yet. Don't think of those things as unachievable. Simply just use this exercise. If you feel like you're in a rush to do certain things or be someone, or you're stuck in a loop of comparison, yada, yada, try this out. All you're doing here is practicing being present in reality. We make it so difficult for ourselves. We make it so stressful. We're like, I'm not this, I'm not that. Who cares? People don't exist. Even have to try to gaslight myself to convince myself that the stuff I see on the internet isn't real. I simply just don't believe in it. I genuinely do not believe that a majority of the people that I see on the internet are real people. I think that a lot of them are fabricated. I don't think they're real. I don't know who's creating that, whether that's God, whether that's we're in a simulation or whatever that is. I don't think that they're real people. I really don't. All of the people that I see on the internet, where are they? I don't see them. I live in the city of Los Angeles. I see them here and there, but not to the amount that you'd expect. Those people just simply aren't real. If you truly believe that a majority of those things that you see aren't real, then there is no point in even thinking about them. There's no point in comparing yourself to things that aren't real. And to an extent, let's say that all those people do exist. Well, the lies that they're showing on the internet are so fabricated. They're so constructed. They're like literally 5% of what reality is. A picture? Be for real, a picture. What does that say? A picture says nothing. Now, we can argue that a picture speaks 1,000 words. I get that. But in this instance, a picture doesn't really say much about someone. You don't know what that person's thinking, what goes on in their lives, what they've gone through. You don't know anything. You just have assumptions. You have whatever you create. So why exhaust yourself creating anything in the first place? Where I'm at right now, the village, the mountains, these people do not think about what other people are doing outside of this world. I asked our driver, and I asked him, I said, do you have any interest in seeing the world outside of here? And he's like, honestly, no, not really. He's like, I'm really happy here, I have everything. How can it get more beautiful than this? And it probably can. You know what I mean? There's a lot to see in the world. But these people are so happy with what they have. They are truly fulfilled. They live enriched lives. They are not slaves to what's not real. They're not greedy. They're not worried about, I want this, I want this, I want more, I want more. No, they're so happy with what they have. They're not addicted to the things that they don't have. They're not burning themselves to attain life for other people's eyes. They're just happy. They're just peaceful. They're just relaxed. They take every moment in and feel it fully. They enjoy the simple moments in life. I want you guys to think of your life as an energetic pattern, right? A flow, okay? And in this flow, there are like points, building blocks that are your hobbies or your habits, things that you do very often, maybe people that you are constantly seeing, things that are constants in your life. You flow in this energetic pattern and it ultimately defines who you are. It has the power to transform your entire being. The longer you stay in this pattern, the more your body and mind will become accustomed to it. The more it will become your natural state of energetic flow. The more it will pierce into your subconscious and the more it will shape the reality that is in front of you. Ultimately, creating an energetic pattern that must be sustained. Your body and your mind will have memorized its flow and will crave it. It'll get upset when you're not moving in that flow. If that energetic pattern that you have created does not fulfill you, meaning the building blocks and the habits that you have put there are not good for you, you have signed up for a life of unfulfillment. You've essentially created that for yourself. Your body and mind not only craves it, but it requests it of you. Yes, unfulfillment and unhappiness. And to go further, now that you're flowing in this energetic pattern, you are aligned with that frequency, and now you will only attract relationships and people and opportunities that align with that. Meaning you're constantly inducing yourself with this flow of unfulfillment in every realm of your life. Don't mean to scare y'all. Mint lemonade. I'm catching a vibe right now. Anyways, back to this topic at hand. So instead of creating a life filled with building blocks that are going to unfulfill you and keep you unhappy, do the opposite. Instead, create an energetic pattern that incorporates the things that bring you real fulfillment. That way, you will align yourself with a life that is genuinely beneficial for you. That way, you align yourself with a life that is genuinely beneficial for you, both in the material world and the spiritual world. That way, you are constantly inducing yourself with states of happiness, joy, the feeling of fulfillment, purpose, ultimately providing yourself with the energy to approach life with vitality. In the simplest of terms, create a rhythm that gives you the energy to live, that makes you feel fulfilled and incorporates all that you love into it. When creating a life of fulfillment, it is important to do these next few things. Ask yourself what fulfillment means for you holistically. A holistic approach to fulfillment is taking into account the whole, all the realms of life that there are. Physical, emotional, mental, social, spiritual, financial, intellectual, all of these things. Think about what all of those mean for you and what would make you fulfilled in all of them. Next, I want you guys to think about activities that fulfill you and your senses. Things that not only bring you a sense of purpose and fulfillment, but also bring you relaxation and peace and joy, whatever it may be. Do you like the feeling of comfiness? Do you like thrill? Do you like adventure? Do you like fast cars? Do you like baking? Do you like music? Do you like soft blankets? Do you like the feeling of grass underneath your feet? Think about everything that energizes you, every little detail that awakens your senses. The 5 senses being touch, taste, smell, hear, and see. So when you're doing anything, any of your senses feel touched, take a mental note of that. Remember that and be like, oh, this is something that my soul enjoys. This is something that I genuinely like. I'll continue doing that. I'll continue incorporating that. Incorporate these things as tradition in your routine. Create time for leisure, relaxation, and pleasure. Seeing friends, your hobbies, etc., and make this a non-negotiable. Your success will still come to you. It will come to you no matter what. I mean, not if you're like lazy and you're not doing anything, you know what I mean? But your success will find a way to fit into your rhythm naturally. For example, I'll tell you guys a little bit about myself in this trip because it's been literally insane. Sorry guys, my battery just died. I love big, expansive energy. I love feeling God's presence in like the strongest way within me, like in a way that just pierces through inside me and it's like, wow, like huge. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys to look at where I'm at right now. I'm in the Himalayan mountains. Okay, like, be for real right now. Do you guys see this? A ridiculous view. It's honestly unbelievable. When I was on the flight here and I looked outside my window, I was overcome with so much joy and shock. I genuinely couldn't believe that a place like this existed in the world. Like, the craziest part is I saw it in a dream. I not only saw it in a dream, but I felt it in a dream. I had this really crazy dream a few months ago where I was here in the mountains, I was connecting with my people, I was getting to know who I was in my ancestry and my roots. I called my mom and I'm like, we need to go back to Pakistan. It's been 10 years since I've been back here. 10 years. And here I am. I'm back in my country where 8 of the world's tallest mountains reside. So insane. I don't know about you guys, but I love shiny, expensive things. And lately, I really wanted some new jewelry. I need some nice jewelry, okay? It's time. And I couldn't really like figure out what I wanted. But everything that I saw that I really liked was like over $20,000, which unfortunately I cannot do right now, but one day, inshallah. Anyways, so I kind of just let it go and I was like, when it needs to happen, it'll happen. Yesterday, my mom and I had this wonderful opportunity of purchasing gemstones that were literally mined in these very mountains. I ended up buying quite a few that I will be making into a necklace, earrings. I'm going to be creating a whole jewelry set out of gemstones that were mined in the mountains of my home country. How? Come on, like, I don't know what to say. I'm so swagged out. Like, y'all, like, look at my hat. I'm catching a vibe right now. And you guys don't even know half the things that I got here. Like, thank you, God. Shout out, God. Oh my God, now I sound like a pastor. Anyways, back to being a girl. Another interesting thing is I've always known that I was Northern Pakistani, but I recently found out that I have Central Asian roots. So countries like Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, etc. And this area that I'm in of Northern Pakistan is heavily influenced by that culture. And I've been learning so much about myself. It's been an insane ride. All while all this other stuff is happening to me. If you know me, you know I love the feeling of a nice breeze. I love the sound of a lake and I love solitude. I love hammocks. I like swings. Anything that makes me feel like I'm like floating or flying in the air. Look where I'm staying. Once again. There's a lake behind me, there's a nice breeze, it's quiet, I don't hear anybody, it's a very private little resort here. And guess what? I literally could not believe this. They have a hammock forest. Yes, they have a forest of hammocks that you can lie in. And then on top of that, they have swings. Yes, swings that you can sit in, swing back and forth, and enjoy the view. It is honestly unbelievable how deeply detailed this stay has been for me. And the only reason it has been so keen to my liking is because I understand myself so deeply. In simple terms, I have painted a perfect picture of my reality by knowing every detail of what fulfills me, what makes me happy, and what gives me a sense of purpose. Whether it is something so large like getting to know my ancestry, my roots, and my people, or something small like the hammocks in the forest or the sound of the lake, at the end of the day, it is all up to you to create a life that is fulfilling. One of the key things to understand about life is the more you appreciate the simple things in life, the more of the world that you have in your hands, the more happiness and joy there is for you to discover. If you cannot be happy with the little things in life, you will never be satisfied with what you have. Nothing will ever be enough. Lastly, I wanted to touch base on scientific findings on happiness and fulfillment. Thanks to Harvard's study, it's called the Grant and Gluck study. I don't know how to say it. I don't think I said that correctly, but anyways, this study tracked 724 participants from varying walks of life over the course of 75 years in order to find out what is the key to long-term fulfillment and happiness. Their answer, drumroll please, our relationships. Yes, not a surprise, meaningful connections, genuine connections over many connections, trust, loyalty, people who have your best interest in mind, creating your expectations for appreciation, connecting with people deeply and loving each other. That is the key to fulfillment according to science. We have made it to the end of this video. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and leave any questions or concerns that you have in the comments below, and I will get to them as soon as I can. Also, I think I'm gonna call you guys my earthlings. Until next time, my little earthlings. Mwah.